Hi.
Hi. Oh, we match
Are
with our
you? Oh, yes. Hello.
new ginge. I love it.
Oh my gosh, it looks so good on you.
Thank you. It
Mhm.
finally makes me really like my skin tone for the first time.
It's actually so good with your skin. Like you look so bright.
That's
Like
what
really
a
brings
lot of people are saying. My black hair washed me out.
Yeah, wait, I love it. I really
They-
do. And it actually like is my color. Like I've never seen somebody else with my color.
yeah,
So
it's
good.
like a light Lindsay Lohan, not as dark as what she had, but it's like
Did you
yeah.
do it yourself or did you get it done before all this?
I got it done and it was like actually a fun color. It was orange and it looked cool and edgy and like pop starish. And then all of a sudden this happened and me doing it myself, it turned like a natural auburn and I actually love it.
So good.
Thanks. Yeah.
How's your quarantine been going?
Honestly, I thought like when I first heard about like everything, like I thought, oh my God, like I've had seasonal depression, like I needed summer. And like now that this is like all happening, I feel like I'm weirdly like my depression is like gone, but my anxiety's higher. So like I'm
Yeah.
anxious about the virus and like people around me being safe, but my I feel like my depression has like kind of went away because I am starting to get grateful for like the little things. And weirdly, gratitude combats depression, and I didn't know that. Yeah,
Interesting.
because like when you're depressed, you're like, I hate my life. There's nothing good about it. And then when it kind of like everything's taken away from you, you start like getting appreciative of like the little things.
Yeah.
And that weirdly, like now I can get out of bed and I'm like, I have an apartment. I'm with my boyfriend. I can make my coffee. Like I'm healthy. Like it's weird. It's
Yeah, just like listing those things, but that's amazing. I hope
yeah,
like all of this, like everything everyone's learning in this lasts, like, and people
crazy.
don't just come out and they're like, oh, okay, now I'm normal again, you know?
I hope that it stays this way because I feel like I've connected to a lot of friends and people that kind of used to be mean to me. Like everyone's kind of like lifted their spirits and they're
Same.
being nicer. Like I'm just like, honestly, it feels kind of like Noah's Ark. Like God needed to like teach us a lesson.
I totally feel that way. No, like seriously, I'm like like there is a hand in this. Like there is
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
It feels like, honestly, I feel like this was meant not for our age group, but like the little Gen X, like them, like they're also instant gratification, like kind of trolly and nasty online and like unappreciative and like surface level. And I feel like these Gen X's needed to be taught a lesson of gratitude because they have everything right now.
Yeah.
And it's like at the touch of their hand. And for once, they have to live kind of like how we did growing up.
Hmm.
And I feel like it's humbling that little generation below us that's like a little nightmare.
I know. Oh God, you're right. I mean, it's so weird. Like never in my life. I keep like finding myself thinking about it too. I'm like, we're in quarantine because of like I laugh. I'm like, I can't
Yeah.
even believe this.
It's like I never thought I'd live to see this day. Like when I was in sixth grade, I learned about viruses in science class, and like we watched the movie Outbreak with Dustin Hoffman, and like
Mhm.
we never thought like, oh, like that could be a thing. I don't know. I never. This is something that we're gonna have to be telling our grandkids about.
Oh, it's
Like,
going to be
yeah.
crazy. I can't even believe it.
Yeah,
Truly.
like we're literally living in history. Like apparently this is I forget where I read this. It might have been on Twitter or something, like on one of the CNN or like news articles. But apparently there's more deaths from this from 9/11 and it's going to be a bigger hit than that was.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Like
there has been. There's more deaths in
financially,
New York than 9/11.
yeah. So it's like even though it's not like one big moment that we all like can physically see all like this horrible thing happening, it's like a silent killer
Oh,
and
it's
like
so weird.
visible.
I
It's
like went to my apartment in the city, so I'm home in Jersey, but I went to my apartment in the city to like grab some things and it's like desolate. But it's so weird because you're like, but it looks the same. Like why is nobody around? Because you can't see it.
yeah, I forgot to ask because like you are in New York City, um like when did you decide to go home and like I just it's so crazy like the photos and videos from over there.
My mom like came and got me a month ago today. It's been 4 weeks. she literally drove into the city. She was like, get in the car. Because I was like, I'm fine. But that was the day that kind of everything just like closed down. And like there was so much unknown. And so she just was like, you're coming home. And I've been home. But we
Aren't you glad,
did
though?
pick up some things.
Now that imagine food shopping in New York City.
Oh my gosh, imagine just like being around. Like I think it's just awful.
It's a scary energy.
Yeah, I know. It's awful.
Can you hear me?
Yes, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good. All right, well, I'm really excited to talk to you guys about the show, especially because it'll give people something to do and be excited about while they're in quarantine. So the new season takes place in the Bahamas. Would you guys rather be quarantining there right now? I feel like.
Oh.
I would love to live in the Bahamas.
Yeah, I would actually be quarantined there with all our friends. We had a beach as our backyard, and every vacation Gabby and I had growing up, like we've never had the luxury of just the beach in the backyard. Like that was a once in a lifetime experience. And if we were quarantined like that, Gabby, I would want quarantine to last my whole life if I was in that house with that backyard.
But not with that kind of drama.
No. The drama was bad, but like I'd probably pick our boyfriends, Gabby, and then that house and just live in that house with our boyfriends.
Yeah.
What can fans expect from the new season? Obviously some drama. What can you tease?
Oh my gosh. They're not ready. There's a whole new level of explosive drama. We have 24/7 access to the beach, which is so awesome, but also you don't even realize the drama that can circle around that. We're international and we have no phones this season. No phones for the main purpose of just going to each other whenever there's an issue in the house. We can't just run to someone on the phone and vent. We have to go to each other who's involved in the drama. So
yeah, and like we're out of the country, so you have to keep in mind like we don't have Postmates or Uber, and like we really were like stranded in that house with no phones. And
we're in paradise, but the fights were not paradise.
No, yeah, we were in it's so weird because it's the best season we've done, but I was emotionally drained by the end and kind of excited to go home, but I didn't want to go to the beach. It was like a very confusing feeling.
Why do you guys feel like there was so much more drama this season?
No phones.
I really didn't realize like when you're actually all present in the moment and your phones are away and I feel like your phone is like a form of escapism. Like if something's too overwhelming that's going on in front of you, I feel like it's a habit to just whip out your phone and scroll through Instagram and like calm down and realize there's more going on outside of your problems. But like when you're in the Bahamas in a house with people with no phones and everyone just, there's no escapism except going outside, but like there's something therapeutic about going on your phone, and that really was the number one thing that I think started a lot.
It definitely played in our favor, the good and the bad, without having our phones, but I would say
it made a great show, but
it made a great show. It's just very
at the expense of our emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys fight, or was it like yeah?
Every season, expect a Niki and Gabi blowout. It happens every season.
Niki Gabi blowout is always expected, but what's not expected is the other subplots and storylines happening alongside Niki and I's narrative. And this season is the first one where every character is strongly involved. There's more confessionals because there's so much more tea to spill. There's so many more opinions because people are vocalizing their judgments and the things that they're going through because they don't have their phones. So there's a lot to look forward to, good and bad, but definitely a whole new level of explosive drama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I feel like too, because the last time we talked, you talked about how you guys always unfollow each other when you get in a fight. So at least you couldn't unfollow each other.
You're right.
Right.
Right. That would have definitely happened, I think, if we had our phones.
So you guys are doing it's a reality TV show for YouTube instead of like regular television. How did you guys enjoy kind of being on the YouTube platform?
Honestly, this season felt like it wasn't for a YouTube platform. I felt like I was on Big Brother. Like
I felt like every time I left a room, I was like, is there a camera in this room? Am I set up?
There's GoPros mounted in every person's bedroom that are always rolling, and you don't have your phones. So like there were times this season where I thought like embarrassing things seemed to have happened to me on the trip, and it was all caught on camera. Like every embarrassing moment for me was on camera because every time I thought I was getting away from the cameras and going into my room, the camera up there was catching it. So it was like I couldn't escape anything.
There's
Like
GoPros in the bedrooms this season.
it's all out there.
How did your boyfriends handle everything?
I think my boyfriend Nate is like weirdly patient, and like watching the footage back, I feel like
I'll say I saw Nate speak more to people than I've ever seen in my entire life. He's like, you catch his emotions actually like on camera this year.
Because he hides it from I always tell him, why do I get this crazy side and you like close yourself off to other people? And he goes, only the people that matter get to see my good side. I'm like,
but take his phone away and it's a different story.
Take his phone away, put a GoPro, you see everything. So everyone gets to know Nate better.
Yeah.
And then, so tell me a little bit about your guys' quarantine right now. So you're separate right now.
Yeah. We're separate. A lot of people, we get this question, why are we not quarantined together? And that's because the week everything was spreading, I was in Florida, I was in Disney World. So I swore I was exposed to it and I didn't want to get Niki sick. So I've been staying home for quite some time, longer than the normal people. Like I feel like 2 weeks before the stay-at-home orders were announced, I was already staying home. But I felt like ahead of the game in terms of like setting up my life for quarantine. The moment that it was announced, stay at home, quarantine, I already had my life together for quarantine. And I was helping Niki out. These aren't permanent times. These are temporary times. And I'm just so glad we can use our show to distract these viewers who might be scared or anxious or bored. I'm so glad we have this project that they can now watch with us. And I feel like there couldn't be a better time to put this show out.
Same. Honestly, like, I feel like there's times when you're an entertainer, there's times where you kind of like look in the mirror and you're like, what am I really doing for like a living? Like what you question, because entertainment is very like me. And it's like, it kind of is just like a weird feeling when like you're filming yourself, taking photos of yourself. And then when this all happened, quarantine, I feel like I have clarity as to why I'm doing what I'm doing, and that's to entertain. And, you know, I feel like sometimes me and Gabi get caught in the hustle and bustle of our lives, and we forget that we're entertaining a sad kid at home. And I feel like right now, more than ever, we feel really important and like kind of like we have a role to fill, because we are the distraction and what's going to make people feel normal during a time when everything isn't normal. And I feel like I have a purpose right now. And I feel like we were missing that kind of feeling before quarantine. And I think right now, more than ever, me and Gabi are having the most fun with our channel, even though we're not physically together, because we're really taking that entertainment role, and we're making sure we are not skipping a week.
I think we found our niche on our Together channel through this experience.
Yeah.
We've discovered a whole new kind of video that people want to see.
We like filming our videos not together. And I think our audience
see that on the show. You see that on the show.
Yeah. I think we've just had enough of each other, but we love making videos together. And it's a weird contradicting feeling, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, last time we were together, we played Would You Rather, our little game. So we have a little updated one with the times. So would you rather be quarantined with Billie Eilish and Ariana Grande, or Kylie and Kendall Jenner?
Kylie and Kendall. Gabi's frozen.
Are you frozen?
Gabi's frozen. She'd be so mad if she saw what it looked like. Gabi's like this. Gabi. Should I call her?
Yeah, have her call back in.
I'm dead. She looks like she's smelling something bad.
Here, wait, can I stop our video?
Quarantine probs. You are frozen with the weirdest look on your face. There's a storm going on. There's none over
There
here.
is a big storm going on here too.
Wait, what the hell? There's no storm over here. I live 20 minutes away from Gabby. Great.
Okay, we're back.
There you go.
Okay. Would you rather be quarantined with Ariana Grande or Kylie and Kendall Jenner?
I'd rather be quarantined with Ariana because we're friends.
I would say Kendall and Kylie because we'd all have bomb photo shoots.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Would you rather binge watch the Tiger King documentary with Shane Dawson or Rihanna?
Shane.
Yeah, I would say Shane.
I love his voice and commentary. He's just funny without even trying.
You know, one night I had Shane over at my apartment in LA and we just sat there watching YouTube videos and I could just listen to him do a commentary for like any YouTube video. Like sometimes I listen to what he says and I'm like, how does his brain think of that?
He's the best.
I know from when he was at our Santa Monica apartment to just being on his podcast when he had a podcast, the questions he has like come in and the opinions are just like really funny and interesting. He just has such a different perspective.
For sure.
Would you rather have a Zoom session with the Jonas Brothers or former members of One Direction?
Oh, Jonas Brothers.
Jonas Brothers.
We're the Jonas Brothers generation.
We really are.
Same girl. Would you rather watch The Rock give a workout tutorial on Instagram Live or watch Guy Fieri eat food on Tory Lane's Instagram Live?
Guy Fieri.
Eat food.
Me and Gabby love diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Same.
We really love that show. I always said he had the best job ever. Like, I just want to go to those places and try all the food that they're making for him.
Would you rather make TikTok videos with Addison Rae or Larry David?
Addison Rae, because I know who she is. I don't know who the other one is.
Who's Larry David?
Larry is Larry.
I'm just learning TikTok right now.
Wait, but is
Larry
Larry
that I don't know who certain people are, but I don't.
Larry a YouTuber?
No, Larry David's like Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I'm like, I live under a rock. Well, I live like in the woods.
Whoever makes comedy TikToks, I'm not about the dance cringe. I'm about the comedy.
Love that. True. I agree with you.
I give into those dances. Like I watch them. I can't do them, but I like watching them.
I love it. Yeah. Well, I'm not a good TikToker at all. So
I wish I had a TikTok when we were filming the reality show, but then again, we didn't have our phones.
Yeah.
True. Next season. Season. All right, guys. Well, those are all my questions for today. But it's so good talking to you. I'm so glad that you're home safe and you're healthy. And I can't wait for the show to come out. It's so good to see you guys.
Yeah, you. We were just saying we match. Our hair, we match.
I know, don't we?
You know what I think is ironic though? So everyone says you look like Britney Spears, but everyone says Nikki looks like Britney Spears too. And now you both have like dark, like you both have the red hair.
Maybe
that is funny.
Look like.
Oh. I need to do a smoky eye on you.
Yes, please. I literally have like barely been wearing any makeup, obviously.
Oh my God. I just did my makeup for this, so.
Oh. All right, girls. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Hi, good to see you.
Bye.